All right, let's take this cube root operation a step further, and let's talk about if our radicand is negative. So we already understand what a cube root symbol means. A cube root symbol is asking us to do the operation by saying, give me a number that if you multiply it 3 times would produce what's inside, what's the radicand is. So again, if you look at the PowerPoint, I have my expression cube root of 1,000. We all know 1,000 is a perfect cube number. Therefore, there's no work here. I'm asking you, what number do you multiply 3 times to get 1,000? And you would all say 10. Because we all know 10 times 10 times 10, which is 10 cubed, is 1,000. And cubing and cube roots go together. Now, let's change that radicand. Let's, instead of making it positive 1,000, let's make it negative 1,000. So, can we work an expression with a cube root if our radicand is negative? So if I have the expression cube root of negative 1,000, again, what does that symbol mean? Cube rooting means I am asking you, give me the number that you can multiply 3 times. So it's got to be the same number that you can multiply 3 times that will now make negative 1,000. Well, we know 10 times 10 times 10 is positive 1,000. So why don't we see what happens if we multiply negative 10 3 times? So if we take a negative 10 and multiply to a negative 10, well, a negative times a negative is a positive. 10 times 10 would be 100. So negative 10 times negative 10 would be positive 100. But that's only going twice. So we're going to go another time. So now take 100, what you have, and multiply it to another negative 10. Well, 100 times 10 is 1,000. And a positive times a negative would give you a negative. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, you can do the cube root if the radicand is negative. There is a number you can multiply 3 times to get at a negative number, and it would be a negative. So we would say the cube root of negative 1,000 would be negative 10. Make sense? Because you can take a negative number and multiply it 3 times and get out a negative number. All right, let's go to the whiteboard and try some more.